Hello, friends. You are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get updates of things happening around you. I appreciate every one of you that have subscribed to this channel. And if you have not subscribed, I say thank you very much, because I know that at the end of this news, you are going to subscribe. And I want you to press the red button and also the bell icon so that you'll be notified anytime we publish any news. Thank you very much once again. Don't just suspend Ruga. Cancel it if you want peace. FFK says Buhari. Former Minister of Aviation Femi Fani-Kayode has called on President Muhammadu Buhari to outrightly cancel the proposed establishment of Ruga Fulani settlement rather than suspending it in the interest of peace. This is said in reaction to the news of suspension of the proposed plan by the Buhari administration. The federal government had earlier on Wednesday announced it was suspending the plan amid widespread criticism. The decision to suspend the plan was reached after consultations with stakeholders. According to Bashar Ahmed, new media aide to the President Muhammadu Buhari, Bashar Ahmed posted on his Twitter account that Vice President Yemi Osinbajo was part of the meeting. The federal government, after consultations with stakeholders, has suspended the Ruga settlement project for now. Kebbi State Governor disclosed that after a meeting with Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo. Reacting, Mr. Femi Fani-Kayode expressed dissatisfaction with the news of its suspension, stating that peace will only reign if the plan to establish Ruga was outrightly cancelled. According to him, suspension meant the federal government can at any time decide to relaunch the plan. We do not want you to suspend Ruga. We want you to cancel it. Suspension means you are postponing the evil day. Cancel means it is never coming back. If you want peace in this country, Ruga must be cancelled, and you must also cancel your Fulanization and Islamization policy, FFK tweeted on Wednesday. Ruga, according to the federal government, is short for Rural Grazing Area. The FD had last month communicated its plan to establish Ruga settlements in selected states of the Federation, a plan that has since been greeted with widespread criticism. The federal government claimed establishing these settlements will foster peace between herders and host communities. Guys, like just what Fani-Kayode has said, if you are cancelling it, just cancel it. It's not that you suspend it and maybe after some time you bring it back. You will not say maybe after some consultations, okay, you want to reform it, you want to do some manner of things, just to fine-tune the whole thing. But like the question I asked in one of the videos I did before was that if really it was meant for anybody who is interested, why is it that they cannot go along with us? Because they've been emphasizing that it is not compulsory, nobody is forcing it on anybody. Then why not you allow people who are interested to go through the program? For as many that are not interested, just let them give way, because a lot of governors had really come out to say they are not interested, and we know that according to the report from the federal government, about 11 or 12 states had indicated interest that they wanted this Ruga of a thing. So suspending it means that there's more to this thing that these guys are really talking about. Even if the outcry is really louder than what you expected, in as much you have told them and you have told people, or you have told the state that it's only the governors that will have the right to be able to establish Ruga in their state, and they have to go and consult their people. If their people want it, fine. So since it was a kind of a open check, it was just a blank check, for as many that are interested, I see no reason why it should be suspended in the first place, or it should be cancelled. As many that are interested will go in for it. If you're not interested, you forget about it. But say you are suspending it, then what about the people that had indicated interest? What are you going to do about them? What are you going to tell them? What is their hope? What is the situation with them now, since you are suspending it? So what happens? So like we are saying, and everybody and people have been complaining, talking from different quarters, that something is behind this whole thing. If really the way you have been talking about it, that it's just going to be open for as many that are interested, then why not go on with it? Why canceling it? Why suspending it? Just like Fani Kayode has said, that if you are cancelling it, just cancel it. Not that you are going to reopen it, or you are going to say you want to do some amendment, you want to do some adjustment, because I believe that, they did a lot of thorough work into it before bringing it out, before even concluding that they just want to do it. Since they have the benefit, they say it's going to quash the clashes between the farmers and the herders. If they really mean, or they meant what they thought from the beginning, I see no reason why they should be retracing their step backs. Even if people cry and cry high heavens, or they made all manner of noise, you shouldn't be bothered, because you've told them that if you are interested, fine. If you are not interested, good and fine. But for as many that are interested, that have indicated interest, they will go with it, and there will be peace, since you are not forcing it on people. So if you now say, because people are crying, because people are shouting, because people are criticizing it, I think that alone does not hold water, and it gives room for people to be suspicious of all these things, for people to be thinking that there's more to this thing, for people not to even trust the government. Because if really you are sure of what you are saying, you shouldn't be saying two things at the same time. So we are just still waiting. Nigerians are stubborn. They will want to bring in something that will make you, or that will make the federal government to make sure that at the end of the day, everything will be cancelled. And I don't think that this thing is going to come up again, because the way everybody shouted, the way everybody, raised alarm concerning this thing, even if they are going to try to bring all manner of tactics again, I know Nigerians are waiting for them. Because if you come in this way, Nigeria will go the other way. If you come the other way, Nigeria will still come for you. In as much they don't want it, in as much there is that, disbelief, there is no trust between the masses and the government, most especially this government. Of course, it's common within the government. Masses or the people don't usually believe them, because most of the things that they do, they always say, maybe they are politically right, or politically correct. So people tend to suspect every of their move, every of their policy they want to take at each given time. So that is why we are in this position. Everybody, is crying out. We've seen a lot of protests. We've seen a lot of warning. We've heard about, people issuing warning to their governors that if you dare establish this ruga in our state, you are going to see the other side of us. And a lot of governors have really been coming at that. They are not interested. Some are even saying they already have some established ranches before that, they can just go on with that they don't even need it. That if government is talking about that it will bring opportunity of getting people employed, or it will bring about employment, that they already have some things on ground that can make people to be employed, that can make people to gain employment. So if it is that ruga that they are not part of it, because their people have been warning them. And one thing is that if we can speak with one voice, with this kind of united voice, that because of this outcry, and the government can change their mind or retrace their steps back, why is it that we can't even come together and make sure that our country is what it's supposed to be? Because all these abnormalities going on, most of the time we're always quiet. When things are beginning to get to the worst, I think that is when we always have that courage to want to speak out. It shouldn't be at every given time. If the government is going astray, we need to really call them back. If we can have this kind of united force to be able to talk to other issues, that are just like challenges to us. A lot of things are just they've just gone bad. If we can come with this united voice, these guys don't really have power. If we are united, we'll be able to conquer them, because we are more than them. And they know the tactics and the manner at which they use in dividing us. This is a religious aspect, the political affiliation, all manner of things. And they will be talking about marginalization. It's the marginalization of the elite. But if we as a people, even we as the masses, if we can come together and and be united, and stop listening to all these politicians, because whatever they are going to give to you, or whosoever, or the kind of benefit you are going to get from them, it's just going to be temporary. It's going to be temporary. because at the end of the day, we still fall back to all those problems. So guys, that's just my own opinion. I would like you guys to leave your comment below in the comment section concerning what Fani Kayode has said, telling the federal government to cancel this thing completely, not suspension or not suspending anything for the now. Thank you very much for always listening. Bye.